All right, welcome to the 290 Moe podcast. I appreciate your time. If you could, introduce yourself to my viewers and listeners.
Yeah, it's Holli D Bars in the building. Hashtag bars, bitch.
Definitely. And I know we just talked at the Loud Money, but I appreciate you for coming right back.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Who we got here with you?
It's Prince Egypt, the artist, Big Red ENT in the building. They go stupid.
Okay. We're gonna touch more on that a little bit later, but for right now we're gonna start at the top. So for the people who may not know, where you from, where you grew up?
I'm from the South Side, Low End, Robert Taylor Projects, baby.
And I'm not too much of a South Sider.
I know.
So I just
290.
do they call it the low end because it's the lower numbers or
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the lower number.
I never asked to get definite certification
It's
on that.
lower numbers.
Okay.
And then we right off State Street. We one block off State Street. So.
Okay. So how was your childhood? How was it growing up?
It was
on the low end?
fun. Yeah, it was fun. I'm mad as hell. They told them bitches down. Like,
Yeah.
man, you always had a way to get some money. Like, it didn't matter. Everybody was a hustler. Once they told them boys down, we was like, this fuck. We gotta wake up.
Did you ever feel unsafe? Because, a lot of people who didn't grow up in the projects, you hear horror stories.
Okay. All the time. But
I'm saying, was it like the norm that you was cool with or something that y'all paid attention to? Like, man, we got to get in for the street lights or walk the bar.
I don't really know how to answer that because, once upon a time, we had to come in when the street lights came on. But then, your family go through stuff and you get evicted. So it's like you outside all night. So I went through both. So I felt like I went through a lot, but shit, it made me who I am. So
Okay.
I wouldn't change none of it.
Okay, and that slightly walks into my next question. You said it made you who you are. What about growing up in this area, in this environment, probably shaped you growing up or what you are today?
You gotta have thick skin.
True.
If somebody call you out your name or just create rumors about you that you don't like, bruh, just dust that shit out because if they ain't talking about you, ain't hot. Now, it took years for me to say that, but I used to be angry and frustrated, like, I'm a good person. Why is people attacking me? Man, fuck that shit. I don't care what nobody say, just as long as they talking.
Okay.
As long as you say my name and you Google my shit, I'm cool.
Right. Okay.
It don't matter.
Okay, we're gonna continue to walk. Okay, so when we on the low end, what was your mindset growing up? Did you have a set career and goal? Did you want to be a doctor, lawyer, or was it someone always on the stage rocking the mic?
That's so weird because I wanted to be an architect.
Like a building architect?
Yes.
Okay,
and I sketched. I had about 5 sketchbooks that I drew in every day, and it took me 3 months to draw Tupac, and somebody stole it, and I said I'd never draw again.
Okay.
And then I just stopped, and then I turned to basketball.
Okay, where did you get because especially for a kid in the projects, where did you get the man to be an architect? Did you see it on Channel 11 one night or something?
This is the weirdest shit, right? Okay, so it was a group of us, and we was playing hide and go seek, right? Now, our buildings was 15 floors. For some, I don't know how, I followed my friends on the roof of the building. And we all looked over the edge. We all looked towards the Rosenwald, and we was just looking down there 43rd, because I'm 45th and Federal. And it was just, pretty to me, how the buildings was all just lined up, and the parks was and that's why I was like, oh, shit, I want to draw some buildings. I want to make my own project. But I ain't tell my friends, because, of course, they wasn't talking about that. I was the only one that was weird. So
okay,
that's how I got into architect.
Okay.
Standing on top of the building, don't know how.
And did you know it was an architect? Did you have to ask somebody who make buildings?
No, I actually knew. I read a lot. I was one of them friends that just read the dictionary sometimes.
I was just I had to ask. I know some people today who grown don't know what architect means. So
nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I knew. I knew at 11.
That's definitely dope. That's dope.
Definitely.
Okay. So and how was the basketball career? Was that something that you took serious or something you just found your?
I did. I was.
Okay. How serious?
My nickname on the low end is Loving Basketball.
What
Nobody
position?
knows my real name. I was point guard, shooting guard.
Okay.
So to this day, everybody that I grew up with don't know my real name.
Okay.
I keep it like that.
You still picking up the ball here and now?
Yeah. Yeah. Here and there.
Okay.
That was my first love, but I had to grow out of it. Had to make money. So.
You had and what do you mean by grow out? When you graduated high school?
Life hit though. Being homeless at a young age, it's either this or that. I had a coach that took me in and showed me the ropes, but at the end of the day, everybody went home to a nice household. I didn't, so it was had to grind at a young age, so.
Okay. So
I ain't mad at it though.
Because it definitely shaped you to what you are today. So
Yeah.
with all that going on, where did the love, or because I'm pretty sure music always been a part of your life, but where did the love come from the music, like that you want to incorporate it in your life?
Well, music, like being homeless, like if I heard songs, it would make me escape what I was going through. Mm-hmm. But I always wrote poetry since like the 5th grade. Mm-hmm. And I won the Young Authors Award, and like I was really, really talented with the poetry. But the guys at school, like 7th and 8th grade, they used to tap on the desk over and over again. And I'm like, bro, y'all irritating. Because one, I ain't got no sleep. I've been outside 24 hours. Y'all went home. You know what I'm saying? I've been outside. So I used to hate that. And then one day they was like, just speed it up. Because I was saying a poem I wrote about Dr. Martin Luther King, but I don't remember. Don't ask.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
And it fit with the beat. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. They was freestyling that in 7th grade. I didn't know what freestyling was.
Right.
But once I did that, I just kept writing every day.
Okay, and you was at this point just writing poems every day?
Yeah, I was just writing poems.
Okay.
And then me and my sister, we did like, it was like one of them like big girl groups in the projects, and they just stomp and clap and then be rapping, you know, thump, 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 and everybody just form a big circle. Man, it was like 100 people outside in the parking lot, right, just listening to the girls rap. So that was our beat, because we didn't know nothing about, we had the internet. We couldn't look up no beats. Right. Well, nobody had no beat machine in projects, none of that stuff. So we just made our own beats by stomping and clapping.
Okay.
That's how it worked out.
So from going, what was the transition from making your own beats to rapping on beats, getting in the studio? Was it somebody like, hey, you really dope at this, take it serious? Was it like something that you knew in your heart that you needed to take serious? How did you make that transition from just...
Nobody thought, because everybody knew me from basketball. So like, I would get mad if you touched my basketball. Like, I feel like you tainted my dream. Everybody knew not to touch my stuff. I would go crazy.
I ain't never heard that before. Don't touch my basketball.
If you touch my bag, anything, like... And it wasn't like, they didn't see me as a rapper. They only seen me as a point guard. Mm-hmm. So they ain't really never like, hey, loving basketball, you should rap. It's surprising to all of them. Like every time they see me, like, ain't you loving basketball? Like it's always a surprise. So.
Okay. So do they call you loving basketball just because it was a female, or what? No,
I was a female playing ball, and I had a big afro. I wore Iversons, I wore Timbs, similar like the Peacoats, the 150s. Like I was a whole tomboy, and they just kept calling me loving basketball. They never did ask my real name, but it worked out. Like only people know my real name is my family. So
okay. So let's talk about the evolution from loving basketball to Holli. So how did that come about?
Cool. I would say 2005, 2006, around that time. I just felt like I kept seeing myself on TV, but I didn't know what I was doing. You know how you have those dreams? Some nice dreams, you wake up all happy and proud, and you're like, what the hell? Wait a minute. If I'm on TV, what am I doing on TV?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, that's something from God. I just kept saying that's a sign from God. I need to do something because I'm going to be great at whatever I do. So I always wrote every month, like every week. I had journals. I would write letters to God when I was younger, especially when I was homeless. Then poetry here and there and all of that stuff. So I was like, man, pulled out some old notebooks. That was when actually I started thinking about rapping, when 106 from Park was busting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just kept watching every day. I'm like, man, I could kill him. Like, and that's when I started. I took it serious.
Okay, so what did taking it serious look like? How did you end up in the studio? How did you get the music? How did taking it serious?
Well, I was working for Ford at that time, and I was working 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. So
is that a good job? That's kind of a job I have that tell a lot of men to look into.
Oh, I
don't mean
I showed them all up. You know what I'm saying? I did that for 6 years.
I just mean like something that you can go into.
You don't have a life.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you plan on doing stuff outside of that,
yeah, that's me.
Don't do it.
It's my one day.
Your one day. I kid you not, all you want to do is sleep. And you get mad if the phone ring on that one day. Trust me, I know.
Do not disturb.
Yeah, exactly. See, I ain't had that D&D back then. I was like, hey, what do you want? Like, irritating my soul. But once I realized, like, I didn't want to, because it was people that I was working at, and they was like 75 years old, 80 years old, doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm like, this can't be my life. I'll start freaking out. And I was like, nah, I'm done with it. Then the next time we went on layoff, because they always go on layoff in the summertime, I just started reaching out to my family. Hey, y'all know somebody in the studio? How do you record a song and blah, blah, blah? Because it's easy as a kid to just stand outside and rap, but I didn't know the layout. Like, you literally have to write it down, bar for bar, go to the studio, pay people. Man, I was all messed up. I just thought I was supposed to walk in the studio and be a star. Man, please. I got slapped in the face like, "So you got some money?" I'm no. They like, what you thought you was about to do? Exactly. I thought because I was cool with all the guys coming up, I'd be cool with all the guys, as I'm older. And they're like, nah, lay your bread at. We gotta eat too.
Do you remember your first experience walking to the studio? What was it like? Do you remember the song? Do you remember the atmosphere? What was that experience like?
Atmosphere, I was terrified. It was I don't remember the guys that was in there, but I was shaking in my boots, like, and I kept like second guessing myself, like, is this really what you want to do? I was gonna line you up. And what put me like outside of everybody else, as soon as I put the headphones on and he turned on the track that I was supposed to rap to, I freaked out. That shit was blasting in my ear. No, it was blasting in my ear. I'm the only person that you probably know that you got to turn me down. Don't turn me up.
Yeah,
turn
you
me
never hear
down.
nobody say turn me down.
I know. I get that all the time, bro.
That might be an ad lib.
I'm like, hey, hold on. I can't hear myself, so I can't rap like that. And they was like, are you kidding me? They just kept cracking jokes all night, and I was like, I don't really think I should do this shit. But I turned out like killing all of them on the track.
Oh yeah,
and then
that same night. So how did you work through that? How did you just focus on what you came to do? Was it somebody gave you some tips? How did you work through that? It wasn't
even that. It was you telling me I couldn't. So it was like everybody in the room, even though they was my friends, they was my enemy after that. So I had to prove you wrong. And everybody didn't want to do a song with me now.
Okay. So you catching your stride in the booth at this point? Are you recording, focusing on trying to make projects? You just dropping singles, or you just like getting in the studio and having your own music on you? Yeah.
Or back then?
A little bit back then. Once you consistently going to the studio, was it a consistent thing after that? Or
no, it really wasn't.
Just got your feet wet and got out.
Right. I'm like, is this something I really wanted to do? But it turned out like one of my family members, she owned a record label, and like she just put me in the game, and she kept working with me. Shout out to Nikki. She kept working with me and believing in me, so that I just kept going with it.
Okay,
but it wasn't consistent like I would hope for, because life hit.
Right,
you gotta pay bills and shit, and that shit wasn't paying bills, so I had to come back to it when I could.
Okay, so let's move a little bit more into the current time and the serious and how serious you taking it now. When did that come upon you? Like, all right, now I need to go ahead, brand this, record this, drop this. What made you take that leap into, you know what I'm saying? Was it after the Ford thing or?
Nah, I've been in it for a minute. My mom passed last year, so I think that's when I was like, because I always said, I'm going to get on before like she passed away. And I didn't, and she passed away, so I felt like I owe it to us to go extra hard, because maybe I was procrastinating, thinking that I had more time with her, and I didn't. So I guess since I buried my mom, like, I don't care what project somebody want me on, let's go. I need my name everywhere.
And how did you go about doing that? Was it just being more doing more networking? Was you
it was actually my upload.
Writing?
It was okay, so like I take the hottest beats that's out, and I write some shit to it, memorize it in an hour, and just record myself, spin the bars to it. That seemed to like keep everybody, on my page still fucking with me, like, so I was still relevant even when I wasn't recording songs and didn't have no music out there. I was still relevant with the upload. So I think that kept me afloat.
Okay.
Because I didn't have money to go to the studio, so I had to stay relevant to the Chicago rap scene. But that was the only way I could find a way to do it. So.
We covered the musical influence within yourself and within where you grew up at. You know what I'm saying? So what about the mainstream? You have any mainstream influence? What was you listening to growing up? You know what I'm saying? Who was you had posters on your wall? Who was that person?
I had no wall to post shit on, but I feel you. Busta Rhymes.
Okay, Busta.
It was a group in a project called Midnight Thugs. They was like some heavies, but they just did rap shows. I don't know if you ever heard of them, Soldiers at War.
It sounds very familiar.
Twista, like Shauna, Remy Ma, definitely MC Light. I also listen to Prince too. I like Prince.
Yeah, I don't know too much Prince, but
Yeah, some weird
To
shit,
each his
but
own.
I like blast that shit in a minute when I was younger. Like, hey, don't turn that off. That's my shit.
And
Had an old soul.
do you think any of these artists influence the product that you come out with today? Do you have any of them in mind when you're recording? Like, I might wanna,
Nope.
you know what I'm saying?
I actually don't listen to the radio. Like, the songs that I listen to when I am like driving or something like that, it be old school, like what I grew up off of. It's not the new, because I feel like if I listen to it too much, I might bite your sound. Not intentionally. But you know, when you constantly around somebody that can influence, you know, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you move, operate or interact with other people. So I don't really like, I only know what 2 Cardi B songs. You know, like she dope. I fuck with her. I watch on, you know, social media, but I don't listen to their songs because I don't want to sound like them. Yet I keep getting compared to Shauna or Remy, which is great. That's cool. That's like a bonus.
Okay. Well, we kind of on the subject a little bit. Who would you say the
Lord.
best female mainstream artist when we get into the more local underground later?
Mainstream, like back in the day, or like my
Like
top?
right now.
Just
like
my
right,
top?
just off your, you know what I'm saying, your expert opinion.
Well, I can't put the girls that's in it now because I don't listen to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't tell you the newest. Like,
All right, okay.
if they ain't no Chicago artists, like, I can't even put them in there because I cannot listen to City Girls. No offense.
Okay,
I
let's
just
just
can't.
do all time.
MC Light, Remy Ma, Lil Kim, Da Brat, Shauna,
Who number 1?
MC Light.
Okay, that's dope. That's the name you don't hear too much anymore.
Man, she kept me going.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea.
Okay, still talking about what's going on right now. What's your creative process like when you creating music? Are you writing, going to the studio with notebooks full of raps? Are you punching in and out? Are you self-medicating?
Ooh,
What's
you
creative?
got the questions, don't you?
What's that look like?
So, I low-key only go to the studio when I have a complete song. I don't waste time. Time is money, and, you know, like, if I'm paying for an hour, I'm getting 2 to 3 songs in an hour. You miss that shit on your own time.
All right.
Because I got all the songs, I got all my layouts, I got all my ad-libs, all that. I come prepared already. It don't take me that long to write a song. If I have a deadline, I move faster. But if it's on me, I procrastinate. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is that coming already prepared something that you gained over the time, or was you always like that?
It was always like that when I realized it costs money to record a song.
All right.
That first time I walked in there and they laughed at my ass, like, where your bread at? I realized, okay, I need to bring my A game every time. I can't waste money because once I realized they charge by the hour, and I've seen people in the studio for 6-7 hours and they ain't even leave with a song, bro. I ain't come here to hang out, kick it, writing sessions, none of that.
All right.
Can't afford.
Okay.
So it came early on.
Okay. Staying on the same boat. Who would you say you make music for when you are creating? Who? You have a certain different demographic at mind. Who would you say? If you say you gotta sell it to somebody, what's your main selling point?
I never thought about that.
Okay.
I actually make music for me. So
Yeah.
hopefully somebody like it. But I never gave myself like a genre or a crowd to like aim it at. So no.
Do you
Whoever likes it.
do you consider like certain like styles and vibes? Like I need a club record, I need a radio record.
I tried that, but nah, just write whatever like you feel, because once you like focus it on that, like it ain't gonna be what you think it is.
Mm-hmm. Cause
you too driven just to make this radio record.
Okay.
Whole time you can make a banging ass record and just get a radio edited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, don't focus on radio.
Okay.
Just focus on like doing your own thing.
All right.
If it's hot enough, they know how to bleep that shit out. They do it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you'll hear me some.
I heard some of your music already, and I definitely wasn't expecting the songs you played last week.
Cool.
That shit, they sound like radio songs, and like songs I could hear on the radio,
that,
especially the second one.
I definitely don't have a radio edited, so I was like, they know how to bleep it out if they really rock with it, you know, like.
Right.
I mean, it ain't nothing for me to go back to the studio and fix it, or you know, like get the second version, but. Like, truth be told, somebody really, really rock with you, they know how to maneuver around certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't focus on trying to be perfect with it, because that's when you get stressed out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with War is definitely a hot record, and then the one that you preview, you know what I'm saying? How do you go about promoting this music, getting it out to the masses, getting out to the people around you? What does that look like?
So my thing is like I don't have people to like lead me in that direction. Like, this is what you should do to your music. This is what you should do. But I do have a friend, PK and Darcy. Like they great with the music. Like any questions that I need to know, I can reach out to them or to Prince Egypt. So it's like, I don't really have those questions because I try to use my own mind frame about it. I can't drop an album until I have a certain fan base. Mm-hmm. So singles seem to be busting for me. You know, my upload seem to work for me. I don't know if they will work for other people, so I have to go with what works for me. Exactly.
And just a few more questions before I let you go. Talk to me about being a female in a male-dominated industry. Is that something that you have to face every day? Is it more or less than it used to be? What's it like?
That's my stomping ground. I was a tomboy.
Yeah?
I fit right in. That shit doesn't bother me at all. I don't look at them no different, dog. To me, I feel like we just artists. It's not a girl. It's not a boy. It's not a man. It's not a woman. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. So I got to show this whole crowd why I think I'm better than you. Mm-hmm. I don't think about like it's a male-dominant field. Technically speaking, the girls is taking over, but I don't feel like that. I feel like we just all in the same boat.
And I also mean like in the aspect of men, sometimes, a lot of time, a man had a studio, you know what I'm saying, I had the access to the music and stuff. You never
That's what PK come in at.
Okay.
In case I'm uncomfortable, that's what PK come in at. Shout out to PK.
Shout out PK.
There you go. Like, I got friends that put me in better positions.
All right.
So
okay.
I ain't got to worry about it.
Okay. And just speaking on PK, and you also said when you made your debut, you was jumping on anything and everything.
I still am.
Oh, that's why I want to talk to you
about. Work?
So when you work with other artists, is it strictly artists that you're interested in working in? Is anybody send you a track that's hot? You jumping on it?
Send me the track. I sit in back.
Do you go listen to their music?
I ain't got to. I ain't got to.
It don't.
My theory on that is pretty much like I want to be the T-Pain of Chicago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on everybody's song, whether it's hot or not, one of them make it to the radio, but my shit don't make it to the radio. I'm still on the radio.
Right. Facts.
Like, why am I finna argue with it?
Facts.
You want to work? Let's work. Get your vibes up though, cause I'm bringing the heat. I'm just saying, I'm on it. If you want to work with me, I don't care. I don't care if you from Los Angeles, Atlanta, Chicago, West Side, North Side. I don't care. Let's work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't hold no grudges because if you love music, you love music. So I'm on that.
Okay. So it's definitely dope having the love for the music, but you know a lot of times monetization does come with it. So is that something that you consider? Like I want to get a deal. I want to be a major independent. Yeah. Is that anything you take into consideration?
There's too many documentaries out there where everybody done got them fucked up deals. No, thank you. Shout out to PK. She's an independent artist. I'm gonna follow right behind her. Like, nah, at least stay independent. I'm cool. You can control your own stuff.
All right.
You know, and did like say if I did want to make a drastic change with my form of music, being signed, you have to sit down and talk to them about that. Being an independent artist, I can do what I want. Not to say that I have issues with authority. It's just when your music, when you go through different periods of your life, your music changes. Happy, sad, anxious, you know what I'm saying. But with a label, bro, you gotta talk to them about every decision that you make. No thank you.
Right.
I'm cool on that.
Okay. None did you ever dabble with before? Like been part of any, you know?
I did. It sucked. I got fucked. So no, that had never happened.
Okay. I got a couple more questions about you. I mean, for you. So, how does choosing music look like? You know what I'm saying? Are you writing first and then putting lyrics to a beat? Are you listening to a beat and then writing to the beat?
I do both. Like, I could be like driving to school and some bars will come to my head. At the next red light, I'm hurry up, jot them down. Mm-hmm. By the time I get to school, I keep, repeating it over and over again. I got it locked in my head. I might scroll through YouTube for a beat, or I might continue to keep writing. And then 2-3 days later, I might find a beat. Mm-hmm. Because I used to, I was so adamant about I couldn't write unless I had a beat. And I had to break myself out of that. Now I write without a beat. So I feel like I write, my cadence are so good that they fit with any beat. So that's how I write. In case I can't find a beat, you feel me? It'll fit to something.
Okay. And still kind of talking on about the feature. You said your partner also is a music an artist.
Yeah.
Is that something that y'all got a feature together? Something y'all got working on, or is it strictly?
How many songs we got together? He just tried to sneak diss me on the interview. No, that I gotta laugh. Oh, help me, Jesus. No, you didn't. That I like. How many do we have? 4. We got 4. So I think we performed 2 together, though, right?
Yeah, just one that you. I can't.
One of the songs that we got together, I was venting, and I didn't want to vent no more. Meaning, I didn't want the world to hear that. So even though he loved that song, I just didn't want to relive the pain because I let it out that one time. So you know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Them be the ones that make all the money.
I know, but
that's what I said. It's
I understand
real
what he's saying, but I feel like I would be crying while I'm trying to rap on stage. Like, how could you get that out?
Sometimes they do be crying.
Your fans will cry with you.
Right.
All right.
They say your song for you.
All right, we gonna do that one song. So if I can't get 2 bars out, we gonna fight at the end of that. What?
So it seems like I got a pretty good chemistry. What is it like creating music together? Is it? I know y'all not just sending the finished track to each other. So
now we got a studio in the bedroom.
And so what is it? What is it like working? Is it okay? Let me question it. Word it like this. Together. What does a disagreement look like? If you bring a verse, if he bring a verse, you're like, nah, that ain't. How does that? What does that look like?
I said just like that. That ain't it. Go back to the drawing board.
What about you? Is that?
They don't sound right.
Is that how you?
I think I gotta give her a look or something. If I don't answer quick enough.
I get it already. If he don't respond, that is the answer. I'm like, oh shit, that shit whack. You know, then I go scratch it out because, like, if you hesitate to answer my question, that ain't it. That means you thinking too hard. Okay, let me start over.
And is the subject matter of these 4 songs something y'all discussed previously? Did y'all hear the music and was like, we gotta do this? How did the creation
Make
process?
Me Crazy was like that. I gave you the concept. I was like, I want to be talking shit to you and you talk shit to me, but at the end we love each other. Bam, and that's how we wrote it.
Oh.
That's maybe me.
He just be like, do whatever you want to do.
I just walk your ear.
All the time.
Right. Okay. So what do you hope to get up out the music? What's the ultimate goal? When you sit back and when you're rocking chair and it's all said and done, what do you hope to accomplish?
We all want something better. We all want to see something better. I'm not like trying to top the charts and outdo another artist or nothing like that. I'm just trying to be financially stable where I have my hands in different aspects of income. So now I won't be rapping for the rest of my life. It's just a stepping stool.
Okay. Do you want to use it as a stepping stool to continue ways into music, like as a label or a company, or just do your thing, leave your mark, make your money, and I'm up?
Can't deal with other people's personalities, not on a daily basis. So if I am a boss, I'm gonna be one of them bosses that you can't talk to. You want to start a label, you can get all the business. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean,
but I like real estate. I love architect, so that's never left my head. When I see something beautiful, I just stare at it all day. So, I would definitely get into that. So,
and at that point, do you picture yourself leaving music totally alone and just exploring that other route, or do you think music will always be a part?
I gotta keep dabbing in it. That's how I got that.
That's what I was
gonna
say.
Leave him hanging.
I was gonna say you love saying a little bit too deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
my fans gonna be like, "What happened?" Then we gonna have to do a documentary and all that. I'm stick with it.
Okay. Before you go, let's talk about what you got going on right now and what you got coming up.
Ooh, man. So November the 12th, I headline my own show at Sunny's Place, 3057 West Lawrence. I got a lot of surprises for that boy, cause like first headliner, so I gotta put on a performance, a show. Like, man, I'm just proud of it. I ain't did it yet. And then November 25th, all girls showcase hosted by Kitty. And then November 26th, Taco Fan Appreciation concert. Definitely gonna rock that motherfucker with PK. Yeah, I know you'll be there. Yeah. So that's pretty much. Oh, November 19th, I got the Denim Ball with Big Red ENT, the Toy Drive giveaway. I'm performing there too, as well as Prince East artist. So if I'm not mistaken, I just got DM this morning for December 1st and December 3rd, and a Christmas party. So I just told them, let me get through November, like, ending, and I holler at them.
Okay, you definitely got a lot going on.
I'm trying to get booked. Like,
I was gonna slate this interview to come out a few weeks from now, but you got too much. I'm gonna have to push it to the front of the line. You got too much information.
Right behind PK, right? I know she waiting, but you got to push that.
I don't want to
promote that.
Do it the first week of December. You like November?
What's November? Right? Nah, November 12th, November 19th, the Denim Bar. Shout out to Big Red ENT. And then we got November 25th, hosted by Kitty, all females, like concert. Tia Songbird gonna be in that, boy. Oh my God. Naima Loco. I'm sorry, Naima. Naima Loco. A lot of dope other artists. But the 26th, man, you know that bitch gonna be back. Like, Taco do his thing on the concert. I'm glad I could be a part of it. Like, y'all don't want to miss that.
And I know I was gonna say it before. I said it so many times.
On deck, so he gotta air this motherfucker faster than what he said.
So. And I know I said that was the last question, but I got one. Since we was talking about the performances,
no problem.
Well, how did you prepare yourself for stepping on stage? Was you throwing up in the bathroom? Was you always?
Nah, you know what? I be feeling like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be on nervous wreck. I think I be pissing him off too. Just my anxiety be just like, I be so irritated.
I seen a clip on Instagram. You was going crazy.
Yeah, that's when the mic touched my hand.
Okay.
We talking about before.
That's the difference.
Before, I'm irritated. Like, you ain't got my music. I got to keep coming up to the DJ. Oh, no, I feel some type of way. Now you trying to self-sabotage me, like, put me out there. Or, like, I peep the crowd. I got to look at the energy. Like, if it's dry, I figure out, like, all right, am I going to go through the crowd? Am I going to stand still? Stuff like that. So, yeah, I be a nervous wreck till the mic touch my hand.
Okay.
I'm always nervous.
Any practicing going to it? Was you in the mirror?
Of course. Okay. Of course. Shower, mirror. Him, yeah.
Okay. So
he rehearses well. I be on, run that back. Me and that boy sweat. What you talking? Do it again and then look right. So yeah.
Okay.
We be on each other.
And this seriously the last one. I just want to talk about war a little bit more. Just talk about
my baby.
Because I mentioned you said that's up to this point probably one of your favorite songs that you've done.
My baby.
And what made that, you know what I'm saying? What made that the one? Did it start with the beat? Did it start with the lyrics? Did it start with the finished product and you hearing it back to you? What made that the one?
I was mad. I wrote the song completely without a beat. I actually did the little beat on the table. I just kept the little pen going in the car. Finally found the beat like days later, and I'm like, oh, this fit with this. I don't know, it just gave me that, it gives me energy. Like, as soon as the chorus just dropped, it's just like, I gotta turn up. Like, I can't be quiet and just, walking around the stage. I don't know, it does something to the crowd, it does something to me. Like, I get chills listening to my own song. That's how I know it's the one. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oof. Every time I turn up, I'm like, yeah, that gotta be it. That gotta be it.
Okay. All right, I ain't even gonna say how many questions, but your support system. I see Prince right here. What's other outside? How is your family taking the music good? Is the people that you call your friends? How do they take the music? Is they supportive?
Yeah, they all share my shit. Tag me in it, repost it, hit my line, call me at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, say they're proud of me. They do stuff like that, so it's pretty dope. I like it.
Okay.
I love it, actually.
And you definitely working. You going crazy. So I'm gonna need you back. You know what I'm saying? Sometime next year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So we
all
can
these
see the
shows.
elevation, right?
You know what I'm saying?
The elevation.
Your first headliner. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Definitely.
So let the people know where they can find you on social media, where they can find the music, where they can reach out to you for some work.
Okay. So I am Googleable. My name is Holli D Barz. That's Holli with an I, D, Barzz. You can Google my name. Everything will pop up. You can find me on all streaming platforms, social media, YouTube, IG, Twitter, Facebook. Follow my fan page on Facebook. That's Holli D #Barz. And I'll get that butt popping. And Instagram, official Holli D Barz.
Okay. Appreciate your time. Can't wait to have you back.
I appreciate you. Hey. He should have had what playing on my way out the door. Petty.
I'm mad I ain't catch all that.
I'm just